head. What the hell? Johansson. Novak. Novak, come in. Great. That's just great. Finally. This is Pal. I read you.
Listen, I'm injured. It's really bad.
What is it?
Man, it's bad. Just get to the cockpit as fast as you can.
Okay, hang in there. I'll be there in a minute. It's stuck. The computer must have tried to close it according to the atmosphere containment protocol when we crash-landed. I hope the hull is intact. Wow, that does look nasty.
Right. Listen, we need to get this rod out. The suit's meant to conceal my wounds, so I'm alright for now. But you will have to patch up the hole in the suit after you've removed the rod. You'll need some glue for that, I guess.
I think we might have something in the cargo bay.
Hurry up, alright? And everything shut down after the crash. So I ran it, tried to get the power back online, and reboot the mainframe.
I'll get on it.
I'll monitor your progress on helmet cam. Radio me when you need help.
Thanks, Novak.
That's still captain to you.
Yeah, make me say it.
Just get to work.
It's the engineer's hibernation chamber. Looks like poor Johansson didn't make it. I should have a second look at him after I manage to open the chamber from the medical room. There, I've tightened the screws. Wait, that should have turned off the safety, and the conduit should be humming with power.
Initiating bootstrap of mainframe. Warning, main reactor offline. Currently operating on auxiliary power.
Finally. Nice job, Powell. Computer, determine cause of course deviation.
Course compromised due to an extreme gravitational anomaly.
Specify source of anomaly.
Shockwave regression analysis places source of anomaly on the second planet of the Beta Cygni system.
Specify our current location.
Beta Cygni 2.
Wow, we're on Deadrock? The Deadrock?
Looks like it, yeah.
Well, that's just fantastic. Of all the inescapable places in the galaxy, we had to end up here.
I admit, it sounds pretty bad.
No, this is way worse than bad. We're on the one planet that no one's ever returned from. Even the UN has declared this place off limits.
Well, you're right, but there's nothing we can do about it now. Computer, damage report.
Main reactor offline. Engine 1 and 3 offline. Hibernation chambers 1 and 2 offline. Hibernation chamber 3 non-functional. Hull breaches detected in cockpit, medical room, and cargo bay. Carbon dioxide concentration in ship exceeding toxic levels.
Wow, that's all?
It's not as bad as it sounds.
Yes, it is.
No, listen. We might have a chance to get out of here after all. We still have one engine intact, and the thrusters seem to be working too. But you need to see what's wrong with the hibernation system and seal those breaches. Go and check the CO2 filter in the med room. It hurts like hell when I try to move, so I'll just stay here. But I'll try to scan the planet's surface for life signs.
Hibernation Chamber 3.
There's a syringe inside. That was pretty easy. I can see something inside the drain, but I can't reach it with my fingers. It's too deep down.
Analyzing sample. Please stand by. No living cells found in sample.
Did you get that, Novak?
Yeah, it looks like the additional fluid is shot to hell. It must have been the extreme gravitational forces. We'll have to replace the fluid somehow.
Have you seen all the sand out there? I doubt there's anything living on this Deadrock. I think I get the name now.
That doesn't really help us, you know. But I've been able to scan the surface, and I found another vessel that has crashed. It's not too far.
Were they caught in the same crap we were?
How am I supposed to know? I don't even know why we crashed. I detected no life signs, so it must have been a while ago. Anyhow, you'll have to visit that other ship.
Ah, crap.
Yeah, I've been unable to jumpstart the reactor. There's just not enough juice. Plus the computer says that the plasma injector is fried in engine 2.
Damn, it looked like it was okay.
The good news is that the other ship is emitting a standard military distress call. So it's probably a military ship, which means compatible parts for us.
I never thought that one day I'd actually appreciate your enthusiasm for all things military.
See? Anyways, see if you can find some replacement for the hibernation fluid and a spare injector for the engine. And we'll need some extra power, so take that anti-fuel cell from engineering with you, if you haven't already.
Is that all?
And get me a cheeseburger while you're at it.
Okay, pal out.
Large fry,
Pal out.
Diet Cola.
Knock it off, you stupid son.
I heard that.
I know. Now let me get to work. That turned off the ventilator in the medical room. It's full. It's a universal adhesive that uses nanotechnology. This baby fills up holes and cracks like nothing else. The nanobots inside distribute the material so it's absolutely airtight after it is cured. I'll need something to carry it around in. I managed to get the rod out and seal the suit, but I don't think he'll be able to move anytime soon. His suit's medhack needs to take care of his wounds again. I'll just leave him here to rest for now. Oh yeah, and I broke the syringe in the process. Sorry about that. It's an endless desert. Why do spaceships always crash land on desert planets? Why couldn't we have crash landed on a tropical beach planet? I moved the containers out of the way with the steel rod. The control panel that opens the rear loading door is acting up. The circuit must have been overloaded when I restored power to the ship. Maybe I can override it. I've unscrewed the tube. I've poured the beer down the drain. It's filled up, and now there's something floating in it. What a waste of a perfectly horrible can of beer. There's a small crack behind that bulkhead. The glue has sealed the breach almost instantly. I have overridden the controls with the electric wires, and the control panel is now working. Open, says me. There's a small crack behind that bulkhead. The glue has sealed the breach. I think I should just take a look at it. There's a small crack behind that bulkhead. The glue has sealed the breach almost instantly. I've taken out the old filter. I'll have to find a replacement somehow, but I'm almost sure that I won't find a spare part on the ship. I might have to rig something together from what I do find. The gas mask will serve as a temporary CO2 filter. I'll just have to turn the ventilation back on again. The readout says that the CO2 levels are starting to normalize throughout the ship. I appreciate your honesty. Now, do you have anything to say, or did you just call to piss me off?
Just a recap of what we need. A full energy cell and a spare injector for the reactor, plus some sort of replacement for the nutritional fluid of the hibernation system.
I knew all that. You really do like to play captain, don't you?
I don't have to play it. I am the captain. Okay. I uploaded the coordinates of the other ship to your suit, plus some terrain data.
Okay, thanks. I'll get back to you when I have something. Pal out. There's no oxygen in the atmosphere. That's funny. The damage doesn't look as bad from out here. Anyway, there's no point in going back there until I have a charged power cell, some hibernation fluid, and a spare plasma injector. It looks like the sand contains high concentrations of saltpeter. Bow to Novak.
Yes, what is it?
Are these coordinates right? I don't see a shipwreck here.
No, you're still several clicks off.
Oh, come on, man. Where am I then?
Hang on, I'll check the terrain data. It looks like there's a gorge that's several miles long. You'll have to get across it in order to reach that ship.
Can I go around?
Nah, that would take days. Try to find a path that's not too deep. Or build a bridge for all I care. Just get across.
Easy for you to say.
Just figure something out.
Will do. Pow out. It's too dark down there. I can't see a thing. There's a corpse on the ledge. Poor guy must have fallen down there when the bridge was destroyed. I can see a cargo container, too. I'm almost certain that this is not a naturally occurring phenomenon. They seem to be made out of some sort of smooth stone, stand about twice as tall as I do, and they look really creepy. Thank God they don't have eyes. I've placed the CO2 filter with the gunpowder in it at the base of the pillar, deep in the sand, and then packed it down with several large boulders. Wow, I must admit, I did not expect that to work. Powder Novak, are you seeing this?
Yep, looks bad. It seems to have been ripped apart. It's possible they were caught in the same gravitational disturbance as we. But this looks like a Taurus-class cruiser, the big sister of our Morningstar.
Yeah, about that anomaly. Did you scan for it?
Yep, but the computer is unable to pinpoint its location. All we know is somewhere on this planet, and we need to get rid of it to take off. Otherwise, we'd be doing this all over again.
Got it. I'll take a look around inside. Maybe I can find out what happened to these people. The ship was torn in half by the gravitational forces. It says Armstrong. It must have been an attack cruiser, but this gun array is now useless. It says S. Mendez. The control panel has no power. The wiring has rusted, so there's no way I can supply power to this unit. Better go with brute force again. That shot has melted the control panel and the control mechanism behind it, but the door is still closed. I think I'll have to force it open. I managed to force the door open with the rod. Without the hydraulics holding it in place, it was relatively easy. This log contains the coordinates of a camp in that canyon. I've removed the coupling. The plasma injector is still there. Nothing there. This log mentions a distress call that one of their crew sent out from a crater. That should put the source in this area. That's still a huge area to cover on foot. I won't go there until I know exactly where the distress call is coming from. Its lid is all bent up and crooked. It looks like it took a shot or was dropped from up high. I can't open it by hand. says M. Coulter. The cable is tied firmly to the pylon. I can now rappel down, but the cable's only long enough to get me down to the ledge below. It's a large boulder. I have tied the rope around the boulder. I've got the rope in place, but it's still too dark down there. It's broken beyond repair. I have no use for it. It's a grave. The rifle on the headstone is useless. It might be a good idea to dig it up, but with my bare hands, it could take hours. I have located a distress beacon at that small crater. There's hundreds of these things, and they're all facing that ledge. Okay, I'm officially declaring this the creepiest thing on the planet. For now. Man, this door is huge. Something tells me I'm gonna get answers in there. Man, this door is huge. The scanner's picking up gravitational fluctuations from the other side of the door. I need to get inside to find out more. It's a massive steel door, and it's shut, of course. I don't want to go back there. It looks dangerous. I have activated the plasma flare and have thrown it down over the edge. I hope there's enough light down there now. I've attached the arms detonator to the door and started the countdown, but I'd better go a bit further away before the blast. Novak, this is Pow. Do do you read?
You're breaking up a bit, but I hear you.
I might be onto something. I found a large structure with a generator inside. It's huge, and it's making me feel dizzy. Something's wrong with the gravity in here. I think this might be the source of the anomaly, an immense gravity well or something.
I've been scanning the surface for hours, but I found nothing.
I think this is putting out a lot more than our sensors can handle.
Ah, I see now. This gravitational thing is confined like a tunnel, and both we and the Armstrong went through it. I think we might have skimmed it, but they got torn right in half. Listen, I'll plot a safe course and set up the autopilot to get us out of here.
Plot that course, and I'll get back to you as soon as I have the power cell plus the hibernation fluid. I'll disable this gravity generator just in case our tunnel theory is wrong. I hope these weird stoneheads won't mind. They look creepier and creepier. Actually, they look just like you, Novak.
Just shut up and get to work.
It seems to be supplying the console with power. There are 3 symbols on this energy cable. They are similar to those on the console. I think this is a status display. The bottom markings are identical to those on the power cable. I managed to turn off the power. The console is still on, so it must have a backup power source. This thing has a lot of power. Maybe I can store it somehow. I have turned off the gravity well. A crystal lowered itself from the generator. The crystal is hovering above the shiny dome. The machine must be still generating a smaller local gravity field to keep the crystal afloat. Anyway, this seems to be the heart of it all. I think I need to destroy the crystal to get rid of this gravity generator for good. The particle rifle has no power. I don't want to pick that up unless it's full of energy. The power's back on. I have turned off the power.
Back to Pal.
Yes? What is it?
I think we've got a problem here. What did you just do?
I shut off the gravity generator. Why?
Sensors just picked up airborne objects. I think you pissed off someone or something in there. I think they sent out drones to do recon over the area.
How many are there?
I don't know. A few dozen.
Did they spot you? What's their trajectory?
I don't think they've located the ship. Thank God we're on auxiliary power. Otherwise, they would be all over me by now. Hang on. I got visual. Yep, they're flying drones. They're ignoring the ship, so we're good for now. But I don't know how we're going to take off with these things in the air. They don't look too friendly.
Well, they aren't. We've seen the damage they can do. Remember that camp?
Right, so now what? You can't even get back to the ship.
I don't know. Give me a few minutes. I'll try to figure something out.
Okay. It's a miracle they can't pinpoint my radio signal.
Just lay low. I'll call you soon. Wow. There are hundreds of them. Each one holds a specimen of a different species. Looks like whoever owns this place likes to collect life forms from all over the galaxy. One more reason to get the hell out of here as soon as possible. Okay, that never happened before, and it creeped the hell out of me. Holy crap, that looks like a human skeleton floating in there. It's two alien symbols. I think they show the status of the cylinder. This unit seems to be running. The symbols displayed on this unit look different from the other ones. The rest of the units seem to be running, but this one is switched off and it's empty. This device looks almost identical to the one in the generator room, only this one is about 100 times smaller. The contents of each cylinder seem to be floating in midair, so this could be some sort of anti-gravity generator. It's three symbols, similar to those I've seen on the console. That's odd. Only one planet in this system? I wonder what these guys want with Earth. It's three symbols, similar to those I've seen on the consoles. Chamber just went offline in the back. I've had enough skeletons for one day, thank you. Besides, it looks like all this stuff is packed underneath them. There's a log entry on this card about a star system with a single planet. Admission time, 0850. I wonder if this is the planet that was mentioned in the log of the Armstrong's captain. It's three symbols, similar to those I've seen on the consoles. I think I heard a cylinder go offline somewhere in the room, but I can't see it from here. It's a green goo that looks exactly like our hibernation fluid, only a lot thicker. I can't open it with my hands. It's screwed to the wall. I've opened the panel. Spinning really fast. I've disconnected the wires, but the ventilator is still running. I guess this is just a monitoring circuit. I'll need to override it somehow to stop the ventilator. That wasn't here before. Novak, are you seeing this? The Stoneheads are the drones.
What? Then get out of there, quick.
Hang on. I don't think it wants to attack me. In fact, I don't think it can even see me.
Hey, then maybe none of them can detect you. You can walk back to the ship after all.
Sure. Would you take that bet?
No way.
Nor would I, so I'll have to find another way to get back.
And we have to figure out how to take off with all the drones in the air.
Right. I'll try to think of something. Pal out. It looks like it's scanning the area, but for some reason it doesn't seem to notice me. I've overridden the ventilator's controls with the drone's controller, but the ventilator is still running. It looks like the board has power now, but it needs to send the appropriate commands to the ventilator's systems. I guess I should program it somehow, but there's no buttons on it. I've worked out which pins I need to bridge and have attached 2 wires to each one. Now I can send command codes to the ventilator's systems. I think the ventilator is stopping. It's way too deep. I won't even attempt to go down. Novak, check this out.
It looks like a hangar or a repair facility.
Probably. I don't think these drones are operational. I think I'm safe in here for now.
That's great, but sooner or later you need to get back here somehow.
Well, walking back is out of the question. I wish I could fly back to the ship like them.
Hang on. Maybe you can fly back.
Say what?
Well, this is a long shot, but can't you take one of those drones and fly back here?
Wait. Do what now?
How big are these things?
About 3 meters tall.
I think you could fit inside.
No, Novak, this is crazy.
No, it's perfect and elegant. You just mingle with the rest of them and fly straight here. It's the perfect disguise.
Okay, I admit it. It sounds good. But trust me, it looks a lot more difficult from where I'm standing.
Well, that's kind of your problem.
Appreciate the empathy.
Do you have a better idea?
Well, no.
Well then.
Okay, I'll see what I can come up with. Pal out. There's an entrance to a hidden room behind these heads. Holy crap, this corpse is not human. It looks like it was stabbed to death. It's still warm, so it must have happened recently. Uh-oh, that means that whoever did this could still be around. It's dry. There's a trail leading towards the exit, but then it suddenly stops. It looks like someone was running diagnostics on this unit. It's a workstation with computer screens and all kinds of tools. I think someone was trying to figure out what these drones do and how they work. The weapons are useless. I've removed the weapons to make room for myself in the drone. I've installed the energy cell. The graph displays electromagnetic radiation and power output versus time. Everything looks normal. Status display for power, weapons, flight control, and guidance. I don't need weapons, but I've got to bring the rest online before I can leave. This is where the weapons used to be. I made some modifications, bridged the connections, and installed the servo controller. It's a mess, but it'll do the job. Looks like someone wanted to make sure nothing gets through this door. It's welded shut. Boy, someone really wanted to make sure nothing gets through this door. I managed to separate the two wings of the door. I've unwelded the two halves of the door, but it still won't open. I guess they're just stuck. Finally. The drones are all gone. This is where I've installed a replacement flight controller computer, but I won't be able to fly it. Status display for power. I can't use that as a guidance system. The energy cell is installed. I shouldn't mess with it anymore. I've installed a replacement flight controller computer, but I won't be able to fly it manually, so it needs a guidance system too. I don't want to put that there. I don't want to put that there. It's a workstation with computer screens and all kinds of tools. I think
That drone still needs a guidance system.
I don't want to locate that. I already know where it is. It's a workstation with computer screens and all kinds of tools. I don't want to put that. Looks like. I don't want to put that there. I should move in closer. I hooked a makeshift scanner to the drone's systems. It's crude, but I think I'll be able to home in on our ship's location. I've installed. I push the stone head outside on the trolley. Before I leave, I should scan that drone in the hidden room. Maybe I can find some kind of vulnerability that we can exploit after takeoff. Looks like someone was running diagnostics on this unit. Before I leave, I should scan that drone in the hidden room. Maybe I can find some kind of vulnerability that we can exploit after takeoff. I don't want to put that there. I scan this drone, and if I'm reading this thing correctly, they are vulnerable to EM discharges. Novak!
What's up?
Look at this. This drone received a high-energy electromagnetic shock, and it knocked out its power supply. I think we can exploit this.
Hang on a second. Let me check something with the computer. Alright, I've got it. We can use one of the damaged engines on the Morningstar to create an EM pulse. The right engine still has some plasma in its buffer. Polarize it, and there's your EM pulse.
Okay, but how do we trigger it?
I haven't got that figured out yet. Anyway, you still need to get back here first, so we've still got time to think about that.
Well, all right. But let me know if you have something. Pal out. I'm back. Get ready for takeoff.
Hey, you made it. Are you alright?
I'm fine, but I might have alerted the drones to our presence by breaking formation, but I don't know for sure. Don't start up the engine until I'm done with everything. I'll detach the engine from the ship so we can eject it after takeoff. Does the ejection system work?
Luckily, yeah.
All right. I'll repair the main engine, repair the reactor, check to see if the algae sample can be used in the hibernation system, and detach the right engine.
Sounds great.
See you soon on board. I'm not going out there again. The ship has very little power. I have installed the fuel cell. The reactor is ready to kick in. I have installed the plasma injector. The engine is ready to fire. It's humming peacefully now. Looks like he's ready for takeoff. I better go and prepare. I should operate the other screen. I could.
Analysis of sample confirms positive match for hibernation fluid nutrients.
Did you hear that, Novak? We can use this stuff to recultivate the nutritional fluid in the hibernation system.
Sounds great. Keep at it. We're almost out of here.
I need to cut the supports that hold the engine so we can eject and detonate it. It's beyond repair. That won't help me separate the engine. It's humming peacefully now.
Disconnect the right engine from the hull.
I used the welding tool to separate the engine from its supports. Now it's ready to eject into space.
Novak, pal.
Yeah?
I've compiled the flight control interface while you were working, but I still can't move, so you'll need to hook up a touchscreen in front of me, so I can fly the ship manually.
Yeah, about that. Still no idea how I'm gonna pull that off.
Oh, crap.
Now what?
The drones just changed course. They're closing in on us. Get to the cockpit and install that screen. We need to take off now.
I'm on my way. There.
Finally. Initiating launch.
Wait, what about the damaged engine?
We'll eject it as planned.
What's the point? There's no way to detonate it.
There's no time for this. They're coming. Worst case, the engine will distract them.
Well, it's a long shot, but, hang on. What if I take a shot at it once it's jettisoned?
Do whatever you want. I'm taking off.
All right, I'm gonna get back to engineering. Try to keep it steady, will you?
Fine.
All right, Novak, I'm ready. Hit it.
Finally. You son of a bitch. Throttling up. coming. Get ready. Hang on. All right, pal. Grab onto your ass. Here goes.
Novak, I'm gonna get in position to fire. Let me know when we're far enough to detonate.
I guarantee you it's not going to work.
Just give me a countdown, damn it.
10 seconds. Almost there. 3, 2, 1, mark.
I told you it would work, didn't I?
No, you told me you're going to give it a shot, and then...
Dude, I just saved our asses.
Did you just call me dude?
Aw, come on. Not with the captain crap again.
Crap.
Novak, you know what I like about you? Absolutely nothing. Now get me a cold beer.